Sicily and Johannesburg, November 14, 2023, where a historic storm brought devastating hailstorm, leaving a trail of destruction across the city. Parts of Johannesburg, especially Midrand and other northern areas of the city, have endured a ravaging hailstorm on the evening on the 8th November. This unexpected hailstorm tore Midrand apart, leaving a trail of destruction. It is reported that Alexandra had its fair share of destructive weather. Properties and vehicles were damaged by hail measured to the size of a golf ball. Some roads have become no-go areas after they were forcefully blocked by hail and debris emerging from the destruction. The local residents said, "We just had a very bad hailstorm in Midrand. This is one of the worst they have experienced. For a minute, they fear hail will blast through the roofing tiles." It was loud and terrifying. This was a scary experience. Unfortunately, one of their neighbors was stuck in traffic during the hailstorm. He is fine, but his car has some broken windows. It is reported that more than 1,000 vehicles were affected of the freak hailstorm. This disaster follows a tornado that surfaced out of nowhere in Thunderstorm, Mpumalanga earlier. This afternoon, the residents noticed this violent rotating column of air on unopened field next to Tutuka Power Station. Although the motion of the tornado did not come close to the nearby residential site, many fear for the power station become one struck, they would go for days without power. Just shortly after the unsettling tornado, the town was battered by heavy storm which left it flooded, especially between Standerton and Bethel. The roof of the Southern Sunrise Bank Hotel in Johannesburg collapsed on Monday night after a freak hailstorm. Johannesburg Emergency Service spokesperson Robert Mauluzi said most areas around the city were affected. He says, last night most part of the city of GHB experienced hailstorm which affected areas like Braamfontein, Polshov, Midrand, Marlborough, Soweto, and Rosebank. The damage were mostly vehicles. A fierce hailstorm caused massive damage to cars and homes in parts of Johannesburg on Monday night, and no doubt, expensive rooftop solar panels may have been damaging by cricket ball-sized hailstones that were unleashed. Meanwhile, insurance companies are starting to feel a pinch following the devastation caused by the hailstorm. The owner of Benetton Insurance Broker said, while people could claim for damage caused by hailstorms, there were several considerations. Guests were evacuated after the Southern Sun Hotel in Rosebank sustained partial storm damage on Monday. The roof above the hotel restaurant collapsed under a sudden build-up of ice and water from the storm. The hotel said emergency services were quickly on the scene to secure the area. The hotel is closed for an evaluation and repair, and affected reservations are being transferred to the group's other hotels. Residents living in Midrand, Fort Wayne, and surrounding areas reported large hailstorm from around 5 p.m. Meanwhile, motorists were stranded on N1 the following heavy downpours. The South African Weather Service warned of partly cloudy skies becoming cloudy with isolated showers and thunder showers for most of Gauteng. Johannesburg is the largest city in South Africa by population. The population of the agglomeration is about 8 million people. It is the capital of the richest province of Gauteng. The storm, which hit shortly after 6 p.m. on Monday, came as a surprise for many motorists as the area experienced predominantly sunny skies over the weekend. Some car owners will have to count the cost of the damage caused to their vehicles. Meanwhile, in Italy, in a dramatic turn of events, the region has been gripped by a relentless storm and hail as torrential rains have deluged the region, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Sicilians have been forced to confront the devastating impact of nature's fury as towns and villages grapple with the aftermath of the hailstorm. The range, which began with a warning, have been unrelenting, with many areas in Sicily receiving several weeks' worth of precipitation in just a few days. The sheer volume of water has overwhelmed rivers, dams, and drainage systems, leading to widespread flooding and hailstorm across the island. Images of damaging vehicles, collapsed buildings, and people wading through piled chunks of ice all over the highway paint a grim picture of the havoc that nature can wreak.
All the way onto the road.
As the hail surged, many Sicilians found themselves in desperate situations, seeking refuge on basements and in makeshift shelters. The Sicilian government declared a state of emergency as rescue teams work around the clock to evacuate residents from the most affected areas. Hundreds of families were displaced and several lost their homes and possessions.